good evening to each one of you. On behalf of the Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce, we welcome each one of you to this awareness session on the government schemes for MSME. This session is being organized under the aegis of MSME Council of BCIC. We would like to specially thank Mr. Indu Shekhar, Chairman of the BCIC MSME Council and Head Strategy Development and Operation Volvo Group India, and also Dr. Krasta, Co-Chair BCIC MSME Council and Chairman of CM Enver Systems for curating this session for the benefit of our members, preferably on the MSME sector. The objective of this session is to know more and ways of approach of the various schemes of the government initiated to motivate MSME in their business in improving their competitiveness. The session will be addressed by Dr. Balamurgan, Director Growth Hacking Partners. Before I could hand over the mic to him, I will just give a brief profile of his. He is a business management consultant focusing on excellence in business, process, and people. Having worked for 30 years in the top management level in MNCs, has hands-on experience in world-class manufacturing, lean tool, Six Sigma, TPM, 5S, Kaizen, global sourcing, visual management, quality, environment, safety, audit, FEMA, etc. A QCI certified Z consultant works closely with the MSME and through which conducts training programs and awareness session to the industry for the business excellence, lean tool, Z and GEM. He is a specialist in manufacturing operation business excellence consulting, qualified handwriting analyst, adventurous guide business, process people, excellence coach, author, speaker, supporting organization to shift the 21st century practice. On behalf of the BCIC, we express our sincere thanks to Dr. Balamurgan for accepting our invitation to address on this topic. We also like to thank all the participants for joining in today's session. We request all the participation to kindly post your questions in the chat box, or you could raise your hand and the organizers will be able to help you out to get your answers on question. May I now invite Mr. Indu Shekhar to set the context for today's subject and take it forward. Thanking you all once again. Over to you, Mr. Indu Shekhar, sir.
Thank you, Prithvi. Good afternoon to all our MSME friends. And first and foremost, I would like to thank our immediate past president, Mr. Devesh Agarwal. And always we get inspired by his presence and the manner in which he brings the perspectives also triggers a lot in our minds what else we could be exploring. Today we have Dr. Balamurgan, who is going to talk to us about there are several programs that has been unveiled by government and exclusively for MSMEs, and how do we take those benefits? How do we make sure what needs to be done and how do we submit them, and by doing it, what are the advantages for us? Few weeks ago, MSME Council with support of Dr. Krasta and also Mr. Ganesh and few other friends, we initiated this help desk for the MSMEs and other associations. And the intent of these three specific help desks is to get to that issues which are bothering the MSMEs. And we said, based on the feedback, that those help desks, be it on taxation and something to do with the filing, and to understand a little more about what needs to be done on the finance management, we have Mr. Manoj Sebastian, the CFO from Volvo Group India, who has accepted to provide his experience whenever there is a query on that particular subject. Similarly, Dr. Balamurgan accepted to be the help desk in charge towards all those schemes and how to get the benefits. And last but not the least, on the operational efficiency, lean concepts, anything to do with solving problems on quality, anything that comes in, and you need some help on the methodology or the approach, Mr. G. Sundarraj, in charge of Volvo production system, he's there to support. So today we are having Dr. Balamurugan, and intent is extremely very clear that while he would share the insights about what needs to be done to get those benefits of the scheme, I would humbly encourage all the MSME friends here, please take one step forward, and BCIC will take 3 steps forward in supporting all of you in this engagement where your competitiveness is extremely important because you are the backbone of the industry. Without wasting much time, I would now request Dr. Balamurugan to take charge of the program. Wishing all of you a very happy learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Indushekhar sir. So, a small request announcement. I request the participants to kindly mute their mic or the webcam option. That will enhance the bandwidth stronger. Request the participants to switch off the webcam option. Over to you, Balamurugan sir.
Okay. Thank you. I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. And as a precaution, Prithviji is a VUCA world. By chance, my internet, if there is any issue or something, I will be back in maximum 5 minutes time. You can contact me. I sent you by WhatsApp one more alternate number. In the meanwhile, you can call me. My main number would be switched off so that I don't get disturbed during the session. You can reach out through my alternate number, Prithviji, in case if it gets cut. Anyway, I'll be back in about 5 minutes time.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I will also be switching off my video after say initial introduction so that we all focus on the subject, not on the person. First of all, my sincere thanks to BCIC for organizing. I mean, whether it is Mr. Indushekar or Kresta or Mr. Devesh is also there. Thank you so much, Devesh sir. And also Mr. Prithvi is always there to make sure it is all done. Thank you for organizing this program. I've been associated in BCIC maybe for more than a decade now. It's been always a pleasure. But what is even more important now is the steps what BCIC is taking towards MSME, whatever ways it is possible. It is taking, as Mr. Indushekar said, if MSME takes one step, there are more than so many hundreds of hands are there to take it forward. That's a wonderful, say, what Mr. Indushekar made. I'm sure the MSMEs who are there in this group, you take maybe out of so many schemes, maybe one or two schemes which are relevant to your area. If you can implement, a big breakthrough can happen respective industry. So with that brief thank you note for BCS and also all of you, say almost say evening time, end of the day, tiring day possibly for many of you, but still thanks for making time and being here. My guess is it may take about 1 hour, 5-10 minutes. So now 4:41, maybe by 5:40, 45 we will complete. Is it okay, Mr. Prithvi?
Yeah, it should be fine, sir, because it's going to be weekend, so members
Yeah,
should yeah.
I'll
Yes.
remember that also.
Yeah.
I will skip through some of the things. I'll skip. I know we are all Bangaloreans and we know the value of a Friday evening, right?
Sure, sir.
TGIF.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be going to presentation.
Please go forward, sir. Yes.
I'll be just requesting Prithviji to just confirm whether it is visible.
Sir, it is visible, but you have to go to the slideshow mode.
Yeah, I'm moving on. I'm moving on, of course. I'm sure now it is visible. It has come to screen share mode, Prithviji?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. I'll wait. For me, it has come. So why not?
Bala sir, you may have to, the Microsoft Teams software, there'll be a sharing panel. You have to, I think,
Yeah,
enable the sharing. Only
please
then you start.
open the thing. I'm trying once again because I do most of the time through this. 1 minute. Meeting. It should be visible. The presentation mode.
So it is not in that screen mode, sir.
Still surprising. 1 minute. But it is presentation visible, not in the full screen mode, right?
Yeah. Or if you can just share me, I will just put it across, sir, the PPT.
But the problem is I have my, every slide I move around. 1 minute,
Okay.
just give me maybe another 2-3 minutes. I'll just be online. I'll see what best I can do. 1 minute. Maybe I have to go for complete sharing of the desktop. Maybe it will become better.
Yeah,
Now,
it's fine. Perfect.
yeah, I think I got the trick now. I had to share the whole desktop, not just the presentation. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
As I said, thanks a lot. And my word of thanks also go to MSME because I have a lot of extremely good friends there in the MSME. I'm calling them friends rather than senior officials because they are like that to any industry and also to us. They made use of my experience. I traveled with them a lot all along Karnataka and Goa, visiting many industries, taking the schemes of MSME, training them on lean, training them on various aspects of what an industry can do on behalf of MSME, taking the Z program all over Karnataka. So I'm also thankful to MSME for the effort what they are putting, trying their best to change the industries or MSMEs of our Karnataka and India. Now let me move on. Yes, this is about me. Yes, I am a mechanical engineer. Some of you may not be knowing. I have PhD in business excellence and people effectiveness. I work for close to 30 years, maybe a little bit more, and also some small industries. I grown up as an engineer, shop floor engineer, working on the machine, CNC machine, and on lathes, and I have gone to attending, say, meetings abroad. So yes, I know what is a shop floor. I am not an MBA who finished yesterday and joined some board meeting. So I know what exactly it is to be in shop floor, what are the challenges it has, and yes, I traveled widely across the globe, and also as an adventurer too, where I love to travel whichever mode of transport is available, whatever is available, whether it's two-wheeler, four-wheeler, whatever ship, boat. I done everything what is possible a person can do. Yes, I train leaders of organization both as a professional and also as a consultant in Europe, Asia, and say across India. Now going to what exactly? Yes, yes, I worked closely with MSME, taking the zero effect, and also creating world-class organizations. Of course, I am member of BCIC. I am part of Quality Council of India. I am the jury for many competitions for CAA, where another say organization I am very thankful to for doing wonderful job to industry. And I am author of Amazon bestseller. Some of you might have read A Ride on the Road to Excellence, which talks about my bike rides, but also bring a lot of business and personal excellence into that book. Yes, as a company, as an individual, I'll talk about my company in the last two slides. And we have impacted more than 200 organizations through our coaching and consulting, and maybe thousands of leaders. I don't have an account. So this is in brief about me and my company. We'll talk a little bit later. So let us jump into the program. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'll quickly go through the various schemes that are available for MSMEs across India. But a few words of caution before going through the presentation. Not a disclaimer, but one need to be careful because so many changes are happening. As I am talking, something may be changing. So various benefits mentioned is taken from website and what I understood, and I gone through various training programs in MSME. I taken compiled from all those things. Yes, always I suggest please check with MSME or you can contact me later. Of course, you can always you can contact me also if you need more details. But the best person would be always check with respect to MSME DA Development Institute, which is in Rajajinagar in Bangalore. It is there in many cities in Karnataka also. Always just check up the what you call your suitability and whether you fall into the say the beneficiary context. Okay, and also it is please use it for your internal purpose. Please don't use it for a display or say public presentation. Yes, and before, don't assume any benefits. As with anything, there are small prints. Whether you go to a bank or anywhere else, obviously the suitability and whether you fall in the bracket of the suitability, you need to verify. I'll try my best to tell all those things in the available time. But believe me, each one of those slides, actually, I taken sessions for more than half a day. So I'm really going to squeeze in all the things in whatever time is available. I may be rushing through. I'm sorry if I rush through in a couple of slides, but I'm always available through BCIC, or anytime you can call me if you need more clarifications. Yes, importantly, this is Make in India. Yes, we may have different opinions, whether it is working, not working, how effectively it is working. But I travel, believe me, ladies and gentlemen, I worn many caps. I was a senior executive of multinational company, and now I am a consultant. I also travel with MSME. Fortunately, I have seen all the sides of the fence, this side of the fence and also that side of the fence. So from that experience, I can say, yes, there is a big impact due to Make in India drive. Yes, some of us may tell no, but it is a fact that there is a big difference. Statistics say that there is, at least there is a big difference. But thanks to pandemic, all of us know, whether big or small, all of us have suffered. All of us know. BCIC itself has got members with maybe thousands of crore turnover or maybe 1 crore turnover. I think the virus did not spare any one of us. So we all suffered. But other than that, there is a big impact. Of course, it is there. There is a big market for MSMEs in PSU procurement. I would like to touch upon that. Not unfortunately, many of you or many of us don't know what are the possibilities for MSMEs in PSU procurement. Yes, there is a lot of export potential is there. I think 106 $116 billion they export from MSME last year. Not last year, 2019. Again, not many of us may be knowing. We think that we are playing a very small role, but actually hundreds of billions of dollars of export is taking place. There is a big market. In fact, you know what Amazon is doing is Amazon is also taking help of a lot of MSMEs for their platform. Yes, of course, there is a big, it's a different subject. I don't want to get into that. Now, there are a lot of enterprising youth. That doesn't mean that people like me or any other experienced people are not good at all. But there are a lot of people who are willing to take the risk and become an entrepreneur nowadays, more and more. As I was telling in other forum, in the last, say, 1 year, myself, my business partner would have seen not less than 10 entrepreneurs who are just about 18 or less than 18. And they are seriously running big companies in crores of rupees turnover. There are a lot of examples, but I don't want to delve into that. So let us be very positive about what is happening. And this, I think most of you know, just for brushing up our knowledge, the definition of MSME changed last year. It is something different. Is it good or bad? Actually, it is good. Yes, a lot of things, the scope has increased a lot. If you see from about say 5 crore investment, it has become now 50 crore and 250 crore turnover. In fact, many more industries of say industries of India, they are going to fall within the gambit of say MSME. Actually, it is good. If you see many of the schemes, there are a lot of benefits now. More benefits can reach more industries. It depends on what glass I wear and see. But actually, it is extremely good because of this expansion. In fact, you go through all over the world how they do. There are a lot of input taken across from across the world before the government decided what should be, whether it should be investment, turnover, both, and how much should be. A lot of thought has gone behind that. People can browse and get it. I am not going to go in depth. By the way, many MSMEs, unfortunately, many, not everybody, many MSMEs in my journey I've seen, they are not confident. They are not very self-confident. They think that they are there, say, compared to, say, for example, say Volvo, compared to, say, Maruti, compared to, say, some Caterpillar, big companies. They feel somehow mostly inferiority complex. They feel that they are not doing a good job, or they feel that they are nothing. But actually, it is not so. It is a fact. I think, again, I'm reeling out some data, plus or minus a few things might have changed as I am talking. But generally, the total number of MSMEs in India is almost 63 million, 6.3 crores. I mean, not a small number. Okay, big, small, all put together. It is giving employment to 110 million people. 11 crore people are employed in MSME. 11 crore, not a small number again. And products, there are more than 6,000 types. Maybe now, maybe 6,500 different types of product MSMEs are creating. Yeah, adding 29% to GDP, 45% of manufacturing output. This is what is the power of what I call MSME. So let not MSME feel that you're all playing a small role. If you are all having MSME, say a factory or a say organization, don't feel say inferior. Absolutely no. You're all doing a wonderful job. But only thing, you have to feel proud about what you are doing, and I'm sure you will go a long way. Now, I always say, ladies and gentlemen, important thing is why rather than what. You may be wondering why this fellow is not straight away going into the benefits, what is available to me. But more than benefit, you read on the right side, first deserve and then desire. N number of MSMEs I have seen, both as a consultant as well as in my journey along with MSME, say institute, where the MSMEs they don't deserve first, or they don't create a, what you call the feeling of deservedness with them, but they desire. It will not help you, ladies and gentlemen. You must know why we should get all these benefits rather than what are the benefits I am going to get. Otherwise, we will be going behind only behind subsidy, which unfortunately what many political parties are doing, which will be touching, but that will not help us in the long run. First of all, do we deserve those benefits? Is my company, is my organization is capable of handling whatever money or subsidy comes? Am I going to do justice to that? So how do we, that context setting is very important. Never get sucked into negative and prejudice mindset. Please, it's not a moral class, or it's not a sermon I'm going to give. It's only one slide. Please bear with me. Never tell it is difficult to run. Of course, it's difficult. You ask gentlemen from Volvo, he will tell you difficult. Ask a gentleman from TV, it is difficult. You ask from Caterpillar, you ask say Ambani, everybody says difficult. So obviously it will be difficult. But don't keep complaining it's difficult, corrupt, always government or say it is corrupt. I will ask you, ladies and gentlemen, you go and stand, say some 100 of us go in a car or a two-wheeler. How many of us stop in a red signal? Honestly, if you tell me, not 100%, still about 5-10, which is much better than before, much better than before. Even now in Bangalore, any traffic signal, maybe 2% will jump the signal and go. And if there is no policeman is there, maybe 50% jump and go. When our society is like this, how do we expect only the other institute itself must be 100%, must be like perfect? Sorry, don't expect it. It is much better than before. There are wonderful personalities everywhere. But just because one or two are not so good, don't generalize they are all say not good. Government machinery will not work. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of things have changed the last maybe 15, 20. I'm not telling any one party. This is not the thing. Even 10 years back, 15 years back, things have started changing. A lot of changes are taking. Only it has become more and more accelerated. Things are much more better. So kindly remember this. Don't get sucked into negative or prejudice mindset. Spend time with positive and successful entrepreneurs. There are a lot of successful entrepreneurs. In fact, one gentleman in Bangalore is a good friend of mine. He's supplying to defense of all the company defense. You know how difficult it is. You go and ask him. He says all the time the business is good. All the time is happy. All the time looking for what else he can do. Can he do this? Can he do this? Can he do for satellite? Can he do for a rocket? Can he do for say some tank? His mind is all the time working. So, but he's always positive, always positive. And I think there is a video which is running around. The paucity of time, I will not be playing it. Somewhere in Tamil Nadu, one normal dirty village, what we call, with a lot of backwardness, just by using government schemes, just by using government schemes, I am sending it to all my good personal friends. Just properly using government schemes, available schemes, the whole village has become model village for India. People now they are coming from city to that particular village because even though it is a village, every benefit is there. 100% solar. Everybody know what to do. The hygiene is perfect. So anything is possible if you know to use what is already there. So please spend time. You are going to have today is Saturday. You are going to Friday. You want to spend Friday evening with your friend having a beer. Please have a beer with a person who is positive and successful entrepreneur. Not with somebody like that. If you join, sorry, nothing will be learned. So please always join a successful and positive entrepreneurs. A lot of people are there around. 1 minute. So my presentation is stuck to and I just given this story. I'm not going to show this, but you can Google and find out. This story, there are a lot of inspiring people in MSME in India after GST, by the way, gentlemen. Okay, let us not blame any other tax structure. After GST, where extremely successful people in manufacturing are there in India, including there is a story in Ludhiana where a guy started manufacturing tractor and is doing a beautiful job. MSME. He is manufacturing tractor and competing with people like Mahindra, Escorts and whatnot. His story is there. Not highly educated, but he is successful MSME after GST, by the way. So there are a lot of success stories. So more law abiding we are, there is a more chance of success. Though it's the last point, many people say, sir, after 2016, sir, nothing is going well, sir. Is it so? Why? Because of some tax structure. So why? Because earlier I was not doing this, sir. Now I am forced to do. See, this nothing can be done. So more law abiding everywhere, there is a better chance of success in the long run. So with this thing, I would like to go to. So I have one more slide. Don't think transform from being an entrepreneur to businessman. Most of the MSME people, they are thinking like an engineer or some accountant or a small entrepreneur. There is a difference between entrepreneurs and businessmen. I don't want to touch upon it now. Think like a businessman. Come out of your normal mess and think in an overall view, and then you will get a picture of what you need to do. So please get transformed. Don't tell you are the best programmer in your company. Sir, I know running my mission best, sir. Fine. So are you a businessman is what is more important. So never complain. Even Fortune 500 companies 15, 20 years back and now, or maybe 25 years, only 63 companies are there. Remaining 440 companies are new companies. Forget about MSM, even Fortune 500 is the same story. So don't complain, you have to foresee, adapt and accept change. And ignorance is not an excuse, whether it is MSME program or whether it is a technology available, digital transformation. You cannot say, sir, I don't know, sir, what to do. Sorry, now it is time to learn and change. Excellence can exist even in smaller organizations. This is a starting point for my program. In my journey, along with Mr. Samuel, we see so many MSMEs every day. You enter the shop floor, you will see cobwebs. You will see nothing in neatly kept. Everything in disorder. Why? Sir, madam, the small companies are what to do? You mean to say small companies cannot maintain hygiene, cannot clean their workplace every day? Sorry, it is the mindset. Excellence is most of the time in the mindset and attitude. See, I am showing two pictures. Your sink can be like what you see on the left side. Sink can be what is there on the right side. Doesn't matter whether you're a five-star hotel or you need to be some 1,000 crore company to keep your sink neatly. Why it should be dirty? How many MSMEs you enter? It is like this. Why not? Come on. Don't tell me we don't have some 50 rupees buy a harpic and clean it every day. Sorry. It is the attitude, sir. Now, istidre saku, sir. You travel anywhere abroad, the companies of same turnover, that will be spick and span. Why not ours? You see the books. This is an example, but it can be like this on the right side thrown around. You can make it neat. I'm talking of basics of 5 years. I'm talking like this, but basics of 5 years. Doesn't need much money. Actually, it will give you more money if you do 5 years. 1 year. Why we don't do? So it is attitude, ladies and gentlemen. So there is no connection. Don't think there is no connection between government schemes and this. Even you get subsidy, even you get government money. Finally, how it is going to be used is what will be more important. Otherwise, it will be like throwing, say, water into a desert. It will not give any fruit to the industry. So kindly change the mindset. There is a long way to go and successful way forward. Now, okay, broad areas what are addressed? Yes, these are the few areas. All the schemes will come into this. Mainly technology upgradation, quality certification, and second most important is marketing promotion schemes, entrepreneurship skill development program. This is a new thing which has been relatively new. I'll put it like that. Infrastructure development program. Wonderful programs are there for MSMEs to make use of. Of course, I will not be touching on development of Kazi village because most of us may not be falling into that, and it is a big chapter we'll have to address separately. And of course, PM employment generation, something new. But mainly the top 4 or 5 are going to be what we are going to discuss today. My heart and soul is always on 2 subjects. That is what I am going to touch first. Not on some credit subsidy, not on how much money my R&D department is getting. No, that's all there. We will be touching it. But I would be always be telling first 2 schemes. First scheme is Z. What is Z? I mean, this is a fundamental, right? The Z will talk about don't give a man a fish, teach him how to fish. It's a Chinese proverb, Indian proverb, South Indian proverb, American proverb. In every country, in some form, it is there. Most of us, we prefer a fish rather than learning how to fish. We prefer a subsidy rather than how to make use of it and becoming. I know many people, sir, subsidy ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು ಸರ್, ಯಾವಾಗ ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಓಕೆ ರೀ, ಅದು ಬಂದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಅದು ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡೋಣ ಸರ್. Some plan I will give and take it. Let me see later. Sorry. we must know where you are going to make use of that fish. So most of that, the Z is one tool or one support tool from government, which will teach any industry, especially MSME, how to fish. Then if you implement couple of these things, actually you don't need subsidy also. You will take care of a lot of other things automatically. What this talks about, I think some of you may be knowing, but you can listen in which case Z stands for zero bad effect and zero defect. So that is called Z. Okay. What exactly it talks about? It is okay. Before what it talks about, what do you what MSME can gain by going for the Z audit? Z audits by Government of India. The auditors would be from, I am, for example, I am one of the certified Z auditor. Like that, there are many people are there in the panel of Government of India. Once you complete the Z assessment successfully, gentlemen, at least every alternate week when you visit some industry, I see people say, sir, Nandu ISO 9000 company, sir. And one walk, just for 2 minutes walk around the factory, I know, forget about ISO 9000. It will not be even ISO minus 9000 Yogyata iralla. It will not be like, worthwhile even to give zero ISO. I mean, I'm just telling that way. So, but they will be having a board called ISO 9000. It is only cheating ourselves, right? Whereas Z is not like that. It is not like ISO 9000. If you implement properly and after the assessment, it can reduce your waste, it can increase your productivity, it can make an organization much more efficient. You can develop new IPR. We'll touch about what is IPR later, and your intellectual property rights, by the way. You can expand your market. Believe me, just by going to one proper certificate, it addresses more than 50 parameters of a company. 50 parameters. ISO talks mainly about quality and related things, whereas this talks about A to Z, the way how business is run to how a customer is handled. Totally different. And yes, people who get a Z certificate, they have a priority to supply to PSUs. There is a percentage kept aside for the companies who have passed or who have cleared Z certificate with some rating. Now, if you see how ratings are given, I will not, because in fact Z rating itself or the Z program itself, I need about say half a day, minimum half a day is required. But in a nutshell, how it is given is basically there are 5 levels from struggler to world class, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0 to 5. If you get 2.2 to 2.5 rating, you are called bronze medal, and it goes all the way to platinum level, where if an organization gets in the audit the rating of between 4 to 5, you are called platinum. Very rarely people get, because it is so difficult. And as I said, 50 parameters, it is, as I said, not like typical ISO. I'm using a word carefully, typical ISO. The real ISO is very stringent, but here it is even more stringent. It sees all the aspects of business. So this is how the rating is given. Now, how much ISO this Z cost? Because I'm just squeezing it because so many other schemes are there to give the time for other schemes. This is in one panel I have given the rate, the complete cost structure. You can do desktop assessment yourself, 10,000 rupees, and you can go for complete Z rating, 80,000 rupees. And if you want to do, you want to also check whether your company is suitable for say supplying to defense. If you want to, then extra 40,000. And hand holding charge. Suppose you find somewhere your company is not doing well, you want to take a help of Z panelist who will come and handhold for 5-6 months to improve all the parameters whatever you discussed. It costs about 1.9 lakhs. So even if you take 1.9 lakh and 10,000 for desk assessment and 80,000, say close to say 3 lakhs. But it is not 3 lakhs, ladies and gentlemen, what is going to be paid by MSME to the government. If you see here, 80% subsidy is given to micro. So imagine now you know it is good or bad, right? Now it is increased to the so many crores has been increased now, right? Now 80% of those companies, I mean 80% subsidy is available to those micro companies. Imagine 3 lakhs means 80% mean you have to pay only about 55 to 60,000 for about 6 months, and you can really change your company how it looks sincerely. Really you can change. Even small scale companies, they get 60% subsidy, and medium scale organization they get 50% subsidy. So maximum being medium, say if you have a 250 crore turnover, it will be around approximately 1.5 lakhs. So it is, if you ask me, it is not a big amount, provided you know how to reap the benefits. And if a company belongs to SC/ST owned MSME or women MSMEs, you get additional 10,000 rupees as a discount. Now, how many people have used this? If you ask me, I don't know whether you can guess. It is still in double digits. It's a very painful story. All over Karnataka, there are millions of MSMEs, but either they don't have a knowledge about this, or even after I had taken at least so many industry owners I have spoken to, hardly 3 of them are taken, to my knowledge, after my session. Out of maybe some 70, 80. Why? I don't know. They say that it's not a subsidy. But more than subsidy, you get much more benefit. I can take a challenge within about say 2 to 3 months. You will get your ROI, return on investment. 2 to 3 months. It is possible, very easily possible. But ladies and gentlemen, try to make use of it. It can change the way how you work, and there is also a lot of benefits by going for the certificate. Next would be credit linked capital subsidy. See what happens many times, we may be having, many MSMEs may be having some old machine, some very old machines which they want to replace with. Yeah, they want to go for a modern technology, similar machine but a much more modern machine, they want to go for it. How to go about this? Can be a good scheme where you get a good subsidy also. You know, machine capital equipment can cost in say crores, or maybe at least in say 50 lakh, 60 lakh, depends on what is the capital equipment you want to buy, what is the machine you want to modernize. So what government is giving is 15% upfront subsidy for every technological upgradation, or say state of art upgradation, what we call. Up to 1 crore investment, straight away an MSME will get 15% subsidy. So your machine, if it costs say 80 lakhs, so immediately you will get 15% of the say 18 lakhs. So the remaining amount only is what you need to pay from you, which can be a big amount. See, all of us know capital equipment is one of the biggest decision points for any MSME, also for bigger companies. If you get 15%, it can many times make or break a company. So this is the subsidy one is getting. Of course, you are buying the same machine, same brand, and same quality once again with the same technology. Obviously, this not applicable because it is for technological upgradation of your shop floor. So yes, they are implemented through 12 nodal banks. If anybody want to any detail later on, you can contact me. We can tell whom to approach for this. As I said, not 100% it may be a success for various things, but I know many people have made use of it. There are so many banks are there, including Canara Bank and other things, through whom you can apply for this. Now, ISO 9000, 14,000, as I said, is a wonderful tool. ISO 9000, 14,000, 18,000, it's a wonderful tool, right? It is like a knife, but it depends on what type of knife you want to buy. You want to buy a beautiful sharp knife, or you want to buy a knife which is already gone. So if you honestly, sincerely implement, ISO can be a beautiful say a tool for you to turn around your company. So here also the government is giving reimbursement up to the extent of 75% of the expenditure, subject to maximum of 75,000 in any case. By the way, if you ask my personal opinion, better go for Z, unless one of your customer wants specifically some ISO, or for some specific reason you are going for ISO. Less than this cost, you can get your say Z certification done, which will cover much more aspects of your organization. But of course, specifically if you want ISO 9000, 14,000, it is very much available with a subsidy. This is my very favorite second tool what I talk is lean tools. I mean, I myself being say I am a lean consultant, I know what I think many of you know also. I always say just by implementing 1S, 2S, not even 5S, so many things can be achieved. Forget about so many 16, 18, 20 tools of lean. But government is supporting organization to support lean also. So how it works? Very simple. Say the whole idea is to create an agile and create a safe environment which reduces waste and better utilization of machine and equipment, because power waste can be a national waste, raw material waste can be a national waste, not only for an individual company but also to the whole society, right? So this is how it works, and it is very simple. And of course there are many tools which can be covered. It's up to you what tool, but I feel next to that, this alone I think many of Bhishmacharis are there, Indu Shekharji is there. Of course, some people are not here from BCIC, who themselves, in fact, I had done my companies also where when I was working, all of you know what it can do, the lean. So it can be a game changer. Again, you need not wait for subsidy. There are a lot of things. Just by implementing this, you can become a profitable company if you implement it correctly and the correct way. So what it is telling? So there are two options. You can go alone or you can form a cluster. I'm always fond of this cluster approach, which I'll touch later. Better to always go as a cluster because a lot of things get like divided. So you can form a cluster, maybe 10 or 12, say, okay, minimum being 6 MSMEs. And if you want individual unit want to go alone, please go ahead, no problem. So 80% of the subsidy from the government is given. Suppose you are hiring me, I'm just giving an example. If you come to Dr. Bala as a lean consultant, and whatever I charge, I think there is a limit, I think 36 lakhs if I remember correctly. So government is giving 80% of the subsidy as a subsidy form, and 20% to be paid by cluster or by individual organization. Suppose I charge 1 lakh rupees, 80,000 is given by the government and 20% to be shared by whatever MSME cluster or maybe individual industry. Extremely cost effective if you handle as a cluster. Again, I am asking a question. Why nobody is trying this? Why everybody is asking how much money I will get from government, how much subsidy I will get? Why not this? This is something which MSMEs, please kindly touch your heart and see. Please, by doing all this, you will deserve yourself to get the subsidy by becoming lean company. You, whether you have business or not, you do 5 years, that can be done, right? And you can go for Z. By doing all this, what will happen is once you get the subsidy, you will put to use in a very efficient way, will become much more better. Otherwise, you take subsidy, after 6 months, again, like a political party is giving, say, 5,000 rupees for a vote. After 5,000, so what will happen? So that is how we should not end up with. That is why I am stressing upon. Not everybody is like that, but there is a quite appreciable percentage who unfortunately falls in a category waiting for subsidy. Please become efficient, become deservedness. You create that, then automatically you can make use of it better. Now, design cleaning. Many times, many industries now important is whatever products you have. Very important, you need to design it well, right? I mean, obviously, whether you are supplying to some as a OEM, you are supplying to a bigger organization, or you are supplying directly to the end customer. All said and done, unless your product is competitive, even a small safety pin you cannot sell nowadays, right? So you need to design it well. So what government is supplying is to increase the competitiveness. There, you want to do a new design or create a new product. Now there are many expert agencies. Earlier there used to be only 3, if I remember correctly. Indian Institute of Design and some 2, 3. IAC was one of them. I think now there are more industry association, technical institution, appropriate bodies. Government has widened the scope where one can associate with them. Either you can conduct seminar or a group of MSMEs along with the academic who will be signing as co-applicants. You can apply for this design clinic. What will happen is government will give subsidy for the amount what you will be spending in creating a new product or maybe improving the design of the product with the help of this say specialist say companies. So how much they are giving for a design product? 60,000 per seminar. Suppose somebody want to conduct a seminar, you want to participate in a seminar, there is a 60,000 subsidy is given for the seminar, and 75% subsidy is given subject to maximum. Of course, there is a limit of 3.75 lakhs per workshop. If 10 of you want to learn together, say maybe CATIA example or something else, you want to learn something new related to design, up to 3.75 lakhs per workshop is possible, and mainly through project intervention and consultation with the companies who are going to implement. It could be IASC. Yeah, there is a website where you can go and find out which are the institutions who are eligible with whom we can tie up and improve your design and make your product more better. As I say here, unless we improve our products, we cannot compete. Very, very simple. Maybe my father invented a product. I am a MSME owner, second generation. Sorry, I need to change the product, improve the product. I can't sell in the same way. Nor I can hand over to my son in the same way. So we need to keep modifying, right? Now, importantly, other thing is quality upgradation support. Technology, let me talk about technology, especially when it comes to energy efficiency. As you know, most of the companies, I'll be touching upon the other slide also, most of us, big or small, 3 major say revenue expenses would be there in a year. Forget about capital revenue. First would be raw material cost, second would be manpower cost, third in most companies would be power cost, right? Most of us. I mean, it can be a little bit variation, but most of the time these are the 3 major expenses. So I know when in my previous companies I used to pay pay 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 7 lakhs as a power cost. It has happened. So maybe you are paying the same as some proportion. So how to reduce? So the government is giving again funding support up to 75%, even to kind of go and attend an awareness program. You want to go and attend an awareness program on how solar power can be used, or some how energy efficient machines can be utilized, or you want to buy energy efficient bulbs. Sometimes it is possible. I came to know you want to go for, instead of normal say 450 watts or 600 watts bulb, you want to go for a different bulb which is more power say efficient. You can still go ahead up to, subject to 75,000 rupees per program. Government is giving a subsidy, so you can implement energy efficient technologies. As I said, say up to 75%. You can do energy audit. Energy audit also 75% subsidies available from Government of India. You can implement the program. You can go for energy saving devices. You can conduct energy audit as a cluster. Government is encouraging more and more cluster because it is good for many industries, right? Instead of one company going and standing, always better to form a group and go. So this is very important when you want to reduce the power cost. There is one more slide which talks about power cost, which was announced only last week. I'll touch upon it later. Now, other thing is, now sometimes you need a certification for your product. Maybe assume you are doing a stove. It could be a gas stove. You want a certification or you want a license, maybe to meet national international standards. There also the Government of India is giving subsidy. For the total project cost, 25% upfront subsidy is available for getting any national or international certification for your product. Second thing, balance will be funded through financial institutions as a loan with a minimum contribution from industry. See, obviously, my baby, I must put in some money. Not everything government will give. It will give a subsidy of 25%. It will also organize for a loan with financial institution, but with a minimum contribution as required from the industry. The ceiling is 1.5 lakh for Indian standards and 2 lakh towards any international standard you want your products to get certified with. This will be very useful when you start exporting. Yes, not everything may come under 2 lakhs. I know that. Sometimes when you export, it may cost more than that, but at least you are getting so much of money to start your journey. Now, IPR, intellectual property rights. Many MSMEs I found, sir, what do we have, sir? We don't have anything called IPR, sir. Why I should? Without knowing, they themselves may be designing a fiction in a very innovative way. They may be doing something, a product which works in a totally different way. Nobody else may be having. They don't know that it can be possibly patented, possibly protected. So to enhance awareness amongst MSMEs about IPR, to protect their ideas and even business strategy. Some people they are so crazy. They come with such a beautiful business idea. You can still save that idea. Not many people know that. So patent, of course, I think I will not go into what is a patent, but all you need to know is for doing awareness sessions, 1 lakh per class government is giving as a grant. You can MSMEs as well as expert put together as a cluster. You want to conduct a session, calling some say IPR expert, up to 1 lakh rupees per class is what is given by the government. But then you will ask, what about filing for patent? Okay, the geographical indicators. Many, in fact, I was in Gulbarga, if I'm right. The Gulbarga bede is very known for that cereal is a geographical indicated bede, Togri bede. But they themselves don't know how to market it. They got it, but they don't know how to market it. Had it been with some other say foreigner, they would have really made use of money. But these poor guys, they know what is a GI, but they don't know how to market. So please learn about how to market and how to get a GI tag. We can help you how to go about it if required later, but that will help you. But if you want to do IPR pilot study, suppose some 10 of you join together, you want to do a study by an expert whether any of our products or ideas can be come under IPR. Still government gives the money. More importantly, there is a grant given by the government for filing patent. Again, I found many of you may not be knowing, but fine. If you don't know, this is the information. For filing domestic patent, up to 1 lakh rupees given as a grant, not as a loan, grant. You want to file abroad for your product or whatever innovation, up to 5 lakh rupees patent is you can file abroad. Government is giving a grant. GI tag up to 2 lakh rupees you can register. I mean, that will be reimbursed, or I think it's more than enough. I think it will not cost more than that. Trademark up to 10,000 rupees government is giving a grant for you to book your trademark. I mean, it will cost about 15-20,000 to my knowledge. So it is possible. So in other words, completely will be covered. If you are interested in protecting your say IPRs, government is there for you. Now, I'm seeing the time also, so that is the reason why I'm little bit hurrying. Sorry in that way. Incubation, okay, may not be relevant to every one of you, but as I said, many new youngsters are coming up with a new idea, or even you may want to come up with another factory or another organization with your new ideas and thoughts, but you want to get incubated, you want some help, you want some support, what you want to do. So to support innovators nurturing new ideas, it can be, you can be a 50-year-old man, you may already have an industry, but you want to start a new business with your new product idea or new innovative idea. So how to commercialize it? So this scheme supports such innovators through BI, what we call business incubator. In Karnataka, maybe it is more, maybe one more is added if I remember correctly. Around 19 to 20 BAs are there only in Karnataka. So what this BA does? Very simple. Suppose all the money from the government, grant or subsidy, everything routed through only BA. This you cannot directly go and ask the government. You have to go through this BA. There are 19 of them. I think MSME DA will be able to help you out who are the BAs in Bangalore. One such is there in IAC, if I remember correctly. So it could be engineering colleges, reputed technical institutions approved by say MSME. They are all called BAs, business incubators. Now 75 to 85% of the project cost or up to 15 lakhs per idea is given per industry. So if you have an idea, you want to develop it and bring it to say market, you want to make a prototype, you want to test it, up to 15 lakhs government is giving a subsidy. And financial assistance for a BA, suppose any of you want to set up a BA, it is possible to invest around 66 lakh rupees the government will give to start a say to increase the infrastructure capabilities of a BA. Importantly, a company will get, each startup will get 20 lakh rupees seed capital for deserving ideas. Even myself and my business partner, we work closely with MSME. We find unfortunately throughout India, believe us, throughout India, hardly some 130 companies have come forward to try out this particular scheme throughout India. And that gentleman was telling the director, sir, what is this, sir? Such a scheme is there. People don't want to come with something new and take up the facility which is available. Government is giving, but people have to come and take it. Now, other thing is, yes, cluster. As I said, I always feel somehow in India, this is not catching up, ladies and gentlemen. We feel that cluster means I own a way to share my idea with somebody. Normally, we don't speak to our neighbors. That is a problem. But government is encouraging that. This many times it is beneficial for a group of companies to work as a cluster, what we call to create a common facility center. I think many of you may be knowing CFC. So here you will share the cost involved, and one single unit need not have to take the complete load. It can be raw material storage, it can be warehouse, it can be painting, it can be ETP, effluent treatment plant. You can have one common ETP for maybe 10 industries. It can be roads, it can be anything where you can commonly make use of. So cluster will be very useful. Kindly make use of it. My request would be in Karnataka now slowly people are realizing. Unfortunately for Karnataka, when I travel to Tamil Nadu, I understand more than 10 times people or more number of industries are making use of this cluster model, CD. Whereas Karnataka people are slowly picking up. I think Tamil Nadu they already caught up and they are doing very well. So please take up this CD model cluster, join hand with your neighbors, find out what they are doing and see what we can do together. And there are huge benefits. But are we ready to collaborate with our neighbors? That is the question. We always are so busy and immersed into our own day-to-day things. We don't look into our neighbors and see what we can do together. So Friday is the day today evening. When you go for evening party, you can think about all such things. Now, what is available? Simple. For cluster development program CDP, one is setting up of common facility center, what government calls CFC. 70% grant is given for the project. Grant, not loan, grant. So if it costs 1 crore to develop, say, an ETP, I'm just giving an example. So up to 70 lakhs you will get a subsidy from the government. Grant will be given. And 90% in case where it is owned by SC/ST units or say village or micro or say women entrepreneurs, up to 90%. Imagine 70% to 90% of the money is given as a grant for creating such a common facility center. How many times we struggle, sir, paint booth ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ sir. Arey yaar, why you cannot club with another 4 or 5 people nearby and jointly start one? Ayo yaar sir, better I do myself. Sir, ETP. It could be anything. So try in future to go for the CFC method. It will be a very, very cost effective. Remember, the maximum is going to be 15 crore project. Up to 15 crore project one can take up. All of your businessmen, ladies and gentlemen, you know what is 15 crore, right? What you can build with 15 crore can be enormous. Please make use of this so that this CDP can be made use of. Other thing is infrastructure. Yes, it is a facility infrastructure. Could be road, could be the approach, could be the development of the area. Other than CFC, there also 60% grant is given. Only thing is more and more people should join together. But I understood that last 5 years it has become much more better. So please speak amongst each other, like the BCIC, understand like this kind of forums, understand what others are doing, exchange the card, find out what you can do together. It will be a win-win-win situation for you, your neighbor, and to the government. Now, yeah, here up to 10 crore rupees is given for infrastructure development. Now comes procurement policy. I hope I can complete in another 10 minutes. I'll rush through. Many times we think that government is not doing enough, but actually it is doing trying to do a lot of things at least. For small companies to support micro and small enterprises and to ensure MSCs get their share of assured business from public sector, right? At least public sector can give assured business from MSCs. So that is possible. Special attention is always given for the SC/ST entrepreneurs, and of course there is a procurement of few earmarked goods only for MSCs. I'll be touching upon this in my gem a couple of slides. So to ensure no EMD can be little bit of a headache for small business owners. So no EMD in certain cases or most of the cases when it comes to MSCs. How it works? Very simple. Every central government or ministry, when they buy, they have to keep 20% of the procurement from MSCs. I think from last year it is increased to 25%, right? So anything any PSU or central government department buys, 25% must be bought only from MSMEs. Now in that there is a sub target of 4% for MSCs for SCST and another 3% for women entrepreneurs. So to encourage them to come to and become an entrepreneur. 358, I think now it has touched 400, ladies and gentlemen. I think after pandemic it has increased a little bit. It is reserved exclusively for MSCs. As I said, they will not buy this product from anybody else. Suppose you quote a price to public sector, say 15% more than L1, and the L1 happens to be not MSME, then you get to supply at least 20% of the tendered product, provided you lower the price to L1 in case you can. So that price band facility is also given. Now quickly going to international cooperation. I remember about a year back I was invited by, before pandemic, I was invited by MSME. Sumana madam invited me to Mysore Chamber of Commerce. I was talking about the scheme. One of the business owners stood up and asked, sir, you ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ sir, government will never give money, sir. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ sir. If I want to go abroad, you mean to say government will give money? Immediately one more gentleman stood up. He told, sir, please don't tell like that. He is also a business entrepreneur running a small pharma company in Mysore. He said along with his wife, who is a partner of the business, they visited at least three times to visit abroad and participate in exhibition. 3 times. And he is not influential, nor he has given any money. He told, sir, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, please understand how to use the facility rather than for everything, not possible. So it is possible for you to gentlemen to travel abroad for market promotion. So a lot of reimbursement is given for attending trade fairs. So MSME delegations can go and attend international exhibitions to make sure that to increase your buyer-seller meets in the foreign countries. And yes, of course, financial assistance is given as a form of reimbursement. It could be for the stall, or it could be for airfare, space, rent. I will show you in the next slide. And as I said, last year was $130 billion export, 2019. Last year could be less because of pandemic. So that is the amount we are exporting. So the whole market is wide open all over the world. All one need to know is where is the market. Let us just open our mind and just stop seeing Bangalore MSME only around Bangalore or only South India. So North Indian MSME is only around that area. Now the whole world can be your market. I'll come to that subject later. Now, what is the market assistance? Yeah, you can participate in exhibitions abroad. Yes, you can buy buyer-seller meet if you want. Yes, we can go and see what opportunities can be increased. I want to just touch upon the virtual exhibition. I think most of you must be knowing. In fact, one of our client right now, I think starting 29, Engineering Export Promotion Council, EEPC of Indian government, at a very nominal sum, almost three figure, say four figure, much, I mean, some 10,000 or 12,000 rupees for 14 days is attending a virtual exhibition where there are going to be customers from 19 countries organized by Government of India. It is a concept. I will not go in depth. Kindly make use of such concepts. Neither to travel many times. Please explore and make use of it. It is very cost effective, and Government of India itself is coming with a lot of virtual exhibitions. Now, how much is given for domestic exhibition? 80% of the space, subject to 30,000. 100% of your travel, publicity, freight, etc. Maximum 15,000. Within India, it should not cost more than that. And international trade, up to 1 lakh rupees reimbursed for your stall. And for SC/ST candidates, 100%. And 100% economy class, if you want to go and come, maybe in Europe, maybe in USA, up to a limit of 1.2, which is generally should be good enough to go and come in an economy class into most of the parts of the world. Now, I will just go through certain things. I'll just go to important points because the continuation of that. See, procurement and marketing for attending seminars. Other is attending exhibition. For attending seminars also, 2 lakh per workshop or seminar anywhere in the country. Within the country, you can attend paying up to 2 lakh rupees, that will be reimbursed. And additional cost of 1.5 lakhs towards cost of travel, boarding, lodging, whichever is lower. So, at least 5 years. Only thing would be a government, non-government organization having at least 5 years of experience in organizing seminars will be hired to help you out. That is it. Awareness program also you can go and attend. Sorry, I jumped. Sorry. Up to 70,000 rupees per program is available for you to attend awareness program. I mean, please browse through. You get all this thing. Only thing I put everything like a juice into one small glass, but otherwise available everything. I want to touch upon GEM. GEM stands for Government E-Marketplace. I will not go in depth because of paucity of time. As I said, I need half a day for this GEM. You know, online is the thing. People are buying online everything. Big machine, small machine, big equipment, small equipment, big tools, small tools. Everything is happening online. So now you know what is important for online. So GEM stands for Government E-Marketplace. Many of the MSMEs can easily supply to the whole world, but certainly to government companies or within India through this GEM portal. My recommendation is please enroll yourself in the GEM portal. If possible, you can call me later, I'll tell you. But why GEM? It was introduced in 2016 and launched again in 2016, applicable for your products and services. More than now, I think 8,000 products and 150 product categories are listed in GEM. One beauty in this is, suppose you find your product or your category is not there, you can add it. You can add it yourself. Absolutely possible. You are in a field where such a product is not there in the list. You can add your own product or segment in the GEM portal. That is possible. It is completely paperless, cashless, and system driven. What is the advantage for all of us or any MSME? It is direct access to any government department. For example, Guwahati, say secretariat is looking for say 10 computers. You will come to know. All over India, people can just put their own code into that. It is possible. You will know throughout India who want to buy, including defense supplies, most of them are, excluding arms. One-stop shop for marketing, minimal effort. Every day sit in the computer, see at the end of the day, you will know throughout India, out of lakhs of departments, which departments wants what. Yeah, you can do bids, reverse auction, everything is possible in this GEM. Yes, as I said, new product suggestion is possible. Price can be changed based on market condition, not like your you give a tender and it is fixed. You can change it every day if you want to, up to the last minute, and can monitor the supplies and payments online. It is possible. This is something small industries they suffer, right? Payment doesn't come on time. Here there is a guarantee, and you can monitor it also online. There is a lot of transparency. Normally within government means there is always a question mark. Right or wrong, this is not the forum. But at least as far as GEM is concerned, it is absolutely transparent. Absolutely transparent. You know what is the quotation given by all. You can change if you want to. Eliminates human intervention, registration, payment, selection. Yeah, SMS, email is sent at every stage. Online, cashless, time-bound payment through PFMS. Please browse through what is PFMS lakhs of crores are getting, it is exchanged every, say, month between the vendors and, say, buyers. Please go through it and you will learn a lot. And of course, a lot of small suppliers can be benefited. Very good for small scale industries. And as I said, preferential market access, PMA goods, as I said, 700, 800 goods are available where only MSMEs can supply. There are filters, so priority is given as per rules. SCST companies or women-run companies, they have the filter where only they will be given priority and percentage is allocated. As I said, 25% is reserved. Now coming to last few slides, solar cost. As I said, the power cost can be big. I think just 3 days back or 4 days back, central government has announced they are discussing with the World Bank. Okay, Mr. Junai, this is a country, he's the country head of World Bank. Now the power cost, all of us are paying 7 or 8 rupees or more also for power, right? One of the biggest cost driver. So government is working with the World Bank for the credit guarantee for even unrated MSMEs. Very, very important. Even unrated MSMEs can get the loan. So it can bring down the cost to 2 rupees or less per kilowatt. And yeah, World Bank country director Mr. Junai is in this, and I seen his interview. Very soon that will be launched. So you can convert your whole rooftop into solar system, and you can see actually lakhs of rupees in paying electricity bill. Just wait for the scheme, it is about to come. This credit guarantee for SMEs, where central government has made a trust, okay, to credit for the credit guarantee, where they stand by for 75%. I think 75% of the loan amount is guaranteed by the trust, by the government. You can take collateral free loan up to 100 lakhs by a payment of guarantee fee, of course, but whereas 75% of the loan amount is guaranteed by the trust. So you need not to give the guarantee. That is there running already. Please make use of it. So finally, what you can do is, yes, we can improve design capabilities, we can become lean, you can improve your efficiency, you can upgrade the facility, you can go abroad, you can look abroad, you can expand your market abroad by attending international fairs. You can increase the image of the organization if you want to by going for Z or ISO or 14,000. You can protect your IPR. So this is what, in a nutshell, you will get benefit. Everything is possible. I think I covered most of the things. Everything is possible. Only thing, you must know how to approach the people. As I said, majority of them are gems. Majority. As I said, in our society, we ourselves are not 100% perfect. So we cannot expect perfect from any quarter. But much difference has happened. Much beautiful things are happening. You must approach, take as much help as possible from there. But if you need any help other than this, yes, of course, shortly about my company, and I'll come back to this, is Growth Hacking Partners, our company. We address all the 4 pillars as given by leadership, management, marketing, sales, building effective teams, financial discipline, and we also implement this. I don't want to make it as my marketing thing, but this is my other business partner, Mr. Samuel Sudhakar, having equal number of experience and also plays a big role. Of course, this Sunday we have a seminar, as a free seminar, which I'll be coming next slide. And what industry we cater to? We have client, or we had clients in all these areas, whether it's automobile, consumer goods, FMCG. We believe in making sure that we focus as much as possible in MSMEs, normally SMEs, because that is where we need help. Of course, we also have big clients, but we focus on SMEs more and more. But many times these SMEs, they fail in making, we never plan to fail, but many times we fail to plan in depth and strategically. Many people don't know how to plan, or if they know how to do, they don't know how to do it strategically. Of course, a lot of blessed people, I'm sure people like say Mr. Indu Shekhar or say any other big companies, the annual business plan starts in the month of January. I was part of such plans when I was in Makino or Starag. But many small companies, they take the year as it comes. It will not work. So to help them how to make a business plan, we have a free webinar this weekend on Sunday. You can contact us later. In my email, I'll help you out how to do all these things and do well in the next year is our aim. Now, coming back to what is the benefits are, finally, there are some rewards and recognition given by the government. It's obviously they got a first prize of 3 lakhs, second prize of 2 lakhs, third prize of 1.5 lakhs for many categories. Every year this prize is being given. I don't know how many of us know, please browse through. It's a fantastic event where, now even up to 250 crores people can participate. And what are the, importantly, even say to and fro economy airfare is also given. But there are several segments which it is given. And I would put it like this. It could be categories, could be outstanding efforts in entrepreneurship in manufacturing, entrepreneurship in service. It could be innovative efforts, quality products when it comes to that, lean manufacturing techniques. I think special national award to outstanding women entrepreneurs. So these are the areas central government is giving prizes every year, ladies and gentlemen. It is not for the prize at least. It is a pride of having achieving something, right? I mean, otherwise everybody runs. There are, we saw 63 million MSMEs are there. What is your USP, if I ask? That is where the difference comes. So, of course, the SC/ST entrepreneur also given. These are the various important websites where you can find lot of data. So, this is in short about my presentation. As you all know, I am Dr. Bala.
Thank you.
Am I audible? Yes.
Yeah. Thank
Yes,
you,
I think
Dr. Bala, for sharing the insights of the various government schemes which will help the MSME to excel in the business to improve their competitiveness. Now let us hear from Dr. Jacob Krasta, who has also been an MSME entrepreneur by himself, to share his
Of course,
thoughts
yes.
and then take it forward the question and answer session. Over to
Yes,
you,
sir.
Dr.
Yes.
Jacob Krasta.
Namaste, Mr. Krasta. Namaste, doctor.
Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Good evening, sir. Of
Yeah, we
course,
can
sir.
hear you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Please go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me, sir?
We can hear you, sir.
Yes,
Please go
sir.
ahead, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Dr. Balasubramanian, it is really excellent presentation, and I wish there should have been more number of MSMEs in virtual. I think they would have got the benefit out of this all benefits what the government has for MSME. Well, as you rightly stated, uh, all that in the paper looks so good. It's not all that easy. And even the bureaucracy on this, on settlement of the money to MSME is huge because they always look in a suspective manner. Their duty is to look at any MSME or any businessman in a suspicion because for over a period of time, all these kind of bureaucracy, profit making is a crime. That is the reason why income tax is charged on that. So whoever makes a higher profit, they always cast aspersions on that. Instead of helping them, yeah, very good, you are doing so much of profit, very good, go ahead. Such kind of things from the government, officer doesn't come. They always look at a suspicion. They look at always, tax evasion, all that they look at because now since the GST has come, there is no question of tax evasion. Although there are duplicate bills have been, done. Now my question to you, I think probably since you are the right person for MSME to handheld them, all these schemes are known, all these schemes are maybe some of the MSMEs are known, some of the MSMEs are not known, whereas those who don't know, probably through our association, through our state chambers of commerce, if you and Samuel can deliver such kind of things and handheld them MSMEs, take them to this kind of benefits from the government from starting to A to Z. That means all papers are made ready and submitted to the government, follow up with the government, and can be given. A fee again may be charged for them for having delivered the services, deliver the money from the government. I think if this way, if it is done, probably what presentation you have done is really worth it, and you should go forward to handle these MSMEs, those who are in this kind of bracket of subsidies or benefits what government is going to give. So this is my suggestion, Dr. Balmurugan, and I think let's work together in a trade organization like BCIC and publish this kind of benefits to all our MSME friends. Thank you, Balmurugan.
Thank you, sir. Can I, Prithvi, can I just respond for a minute?
Yeah, please, sir. Go ahead, sir.
A very beautiful point mentioned by Dr. Kresta. Thank you, Dr. Kresta. I know you are always, you put everything, 1 hour program, you'll put everything in 5 minutes and beautifully present. Thank you so much. And what Dr. Kresta said is very correct. Yes, there are some challenges sometimes. The challenges are lesser nowadays compared to say few years or 10 years, 15 years becoming much more better. But yes, bureaucracy being bureaucracy, yes, there are times where some people have told us there are some challenges. And that is where
Yeah. I don't know how familiar are they with the Excel thing. They need to look
that
up
is where
variations. They need to process the pricing master and
there is some crosstalk. I'll just wait some minute, 1 minute. Can I go ahead? Yeah.
Please go ahead, sir.
Okay. Sorry. So that is where now we are looking at our great BCIC is there in the picture. One person alone may not be able to do. Yes, of course I am there. Maybe Krasta, I know his knowledge levels. Yes, yeah, we know him very well. So we all are there, but with the support and the backbone structure of BCIC, with that name, with that power, with that say support, with the knowledge of so many people, all of us here, together with a two hands clap, I'm sure it is going to be very, very beneficial to many suitable MSMEs. One word of caution, last 15 seconds from me on this subject is kindly make sure that I know many times when they come and ask me benefits, sir, you have to submit this. Sir, idella keltira sir. Come on, when you want some, if I have to buy a home, if I have to go for a home loan, obviously he'll ask me some 20 say papers to be submitted. Otherwise, bank will not give me in even HDFC private bank. He won't give unless I submit so many documents. Obviously, here, how many of us even have this Udyam or Udyog other earlier Udyam? Now slowly people are realizing and doing it. Sir, Madle Beka, should I do like that? So those things we need to fulfill. Genuine requirement. I'm sure joining BCIC, we can move mountains, sir. Yes, sir.
The floor is open for the questions, so members can raise their hand and ask a question. Or Rupa, you can unmute everyone.
I have done, Prithvi.
Okay. So it's open, the questions open.
Any queries? Somebody has raised the hand. I'm Rupa madam. Can you just check up who has raised the hand? Somebody has raised the hand.
Yes, sir. You can ask the questions, sir. It is KSR.
Yeah, my only question is, Mr. Balamurugan, it was wonderful. I think we have learned a lot, and you have helped BCIC and the constituents of BCIC a lot in MSME programs. In fact, we had a last time I have addressed and my partners have addressed on the IPR part of the your structured presentation. I just wanted to know only one thing. As you rightly ended up saying this, government schemes, we have to give a lot of things to government and there will be a lot of delays and this thing. Is there experience of MSME which has really been able to get these benefits of the various schemes for MSME without much of bureaucratic problems?
Okay.
Illustratively.
Since you, sure, sir, sure. I'll just give one example, not from Karnataka, because during my travel I keep taking. I want to give example outside Karnataka also. This all the IPRs in India finally goes to I think Hyderabad. There is a director there. Correct me if I'm wrong, sir. You'll be knowing better, Mr. Ravichandran. So wherever it is, I think Hyderabad, if I remember correctly, or Vizag. I'm sorry, Vizag. So this director, I had an opportunity to speak to him in FKCCA in a conference. He said, and I also later on gave a presentation. They have a compendium of all the possible IPRs and say these patents. They all put together in that particular say vault in Vizag, and it is available for anybody, any entrepreneur who want to take it up. He said, sir, unfortunately, many qualified MSMEs have not come forward to take it. He gave an example of one boat manufacturing person, small boat, country boat manufacturing guy. He's taken a lot of patents from how to build a better boat from that say bank, patent bank, and he has started manufacturing. Now he's a millionaire in that area. Just one example. So there are, I'm coming back to you. As I said, there in Mysore, one gentleman stood up. He said, "Sir, I got so many benefits out of MSME schemes. Yes, it needs some patience. Patience is required, no doubt at all. But certainly it can be done if we consistently pursue. But the majority of the time it is possible, Mr. Ravichandran. Especially in IPR, government has opened and it is up to us to grab the opportunities, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Balamagar sir, most of them are asking, can we get the recording link? Is it possible? Can we share this?
Yeah, please, no problem.
Any more questions from the participants?
Too much of input has been pumped in about, say, 45-50 minutes time, I think.
There's a question from Manohar Shetty. Would you like to answer, sir?
What recourse, I'll just let me read through.
Yeah.
Mr. Manohar Shetty has asked, what recourse does an SME have if nodal bank failed uploading papers for claiming CSL? Yes, there is a delay. There is a what I call escalation mechanism is there, sir. We can maybe we can chat immediately after the meeting. You can let me know. I will give it, sir. For everything, there is escalation mechanism is there. Especially if there is a delay from the bank or nodal bank, if not uploaded, there is a time limit. I don't remember for every scheme what is the time limit. If it goes more than that, there is some escalation mechanism. Either I can give the answer immediately or I can come back to you and give you a correct answer maybe within, say, 2-3 days time, Mr. Manoj Shetty.
Plus, the internal ombudsman of the respective bank also can be approached in case the delay is not explained or not attributable to the MSME.
Excellent, sir. Correct.
If there are no more questions, I'll request Dr. Krasta to kindly sum it up, sir, as a co-chair of the MSME Council of BCIC. Krasta, sir. We are not able to hear you, sir.
Yeah, thank.
Yeah.
Can
Yes,
you
sir.
hear me, Pratik?
Yeah, now we can hear, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Hello. Yeah. So
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
it was an excellent presentation with all the government benefits for MSMEs. Balamurugan, I think you have done a lot of homework on that, or probably you must have been expert in that to present this on the benefits. And it really on behalf of MSME Council, on behalf of my chairman Indu Shekhar and I being a co-chairman, from behalf of BCIC, we extend a real hearty congratulations to you, and thank you very much for having presented a beautiful and lucid presentation on benefits for government benefits for MSME. So thank you very much, and it is a really, I think we should go forward now. As I rightly told you, all the schemes are only on the paper, and from the paper it is not coming down to the last point of an MSME. They don't get the benefit out of that. So if you and your team through BCIC can take up each and every MSME to a logical conclusion of getting this kind of benefits for MSME, reach $5 trillion of economy is definitely possible. Because everybody talks about MSME is a backbone of our industry, backbone of our economy. Know very well 45% of employment is from MSME and 38% export is such a
The line is not clear, sir.
Yeah, we are losing you, sir. Krishna, sir, we are
We are
losing
losing
you.
you, sir.
Yep. Maybe he's driving.
I think you are not audible, sir. Dr. Krishna, I think not audible.
Krishna, sir, you are not audible. Prithvi, can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear. So I think maybe the internet speed is down.
Maybe. So thank you, Krasta sir, for wrapping it up, and Dr. Balamurugan sir, thank you very much. And you know, as I said, this help desk also we will have to revitalize it, and Prithvi and Rupa will support it. And once again, on behalf of BCIC, MSME Council, Dr. Krasta, and Mr. Ponappa, Ganesh, we sincerely thank you for this wonderful awareness program. The job is not done till our BCIC members and association members truly reap the benefits of it. So that effort also will be put by the MSME Council, and we will make sure bringing some kind of a methodology to really touch base with them, check out what their issues are and how do we get this. Thank you very much, sir. And Prithvi sir and
Thank you,
Rupa,
sir.
thank you very much for all your support.
Thank you.
And
Thank you very much.
Ganesh, Ponnappa,
Thank you very
Dr.
much.
Krasta, we sincerely appreciate all your support. So God bless all. Have a peaceful weekend. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you,
Take care.
sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye,
Prithvi.
sir.
Thank you, Rupa madam.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you very much, sir. Bye-bye.